Okay, uh, we are on site here in Farinachan. I'm just going to show you common roof problem on a metal roof like this, where you can see that there is a joint that is here, and the guys they sealed it, but still they sealed it. But if I can press here, you can see that water is still passing through inside here. And if I can open, you see what is inside. And this is the biggest problem that causes rust. And along this joint that you see that goes there, where roof sheets they joint halfway, you will see that there will be a lot of leakage that will happen, and this zinc will be rusted, and eventually there will be a lot of holes because of inexperienced applicators that apply a membrane like this. Are you with me? You see it's even wet here. You see it's even wet. This is the problem that happens on roofs like this. So this system is supposed to be a seamless. That means you mustn't see a joint like what you see here. Besides that, I think you can see that if I just move slightly up to this point, you can see that there is a gap that is here. So this gap, we pop rivet it, and then we pop rivet all the way up to the end. All those gaps, we need to pop rivet them to make sure that they are sealed, and then we can apply our roof rubberizer. Are you with me? The Cavalix roof rubberizer. Okay, there's another problem. You can see there is nails here on this roof, those old nails instead of tech screws. So you're going to see that this nail that is here, it's actually moving. You can feel it. If I step here, you're going to see that it will lift up. You see here, it's lifting up. When I step here, I can even take it out with my own hands. Do you see this? It's not only on one roof, on one position, but all over the same thing is happening. So this problem happens on metal roofs. There is need to change all the screws. Some of them they will be still intact. You don't need to take them out, but we recommend taking them out completely and put tech screws that will safeguard your roof. You can't put membrane when you have those type of nails in. You don't have screws, because if somebody climbs on top to fix your DSTV, once he steps here, it's going to lift up that membrane and the waterproof is no longer working, and you have problems like those. So there's a common metal roof problems that need to be addressed. I think here where I am, this is Farinachan where we are doing an inspection. And then if I come to this section, it's even much worse. You see what was done here with the membrane. Okay, if you check here, you can see water is ponding in this whole corner going up. If you can come here, if I try to press, you can see water is coming out. Yeah, this is water coming out. This is water that you see that is dumping here all the way up to the top. There's bad workmanship that was done. Do you see these big gaps? All of this zinc needs to be pop riveted down and then sealed properly. It's a whole lot of things that are happening here that are not done right. We come to this flash bend. This flash bend, it's an imitation of the bitumen system. The bitumen system, that is the thermoflex. So what they did with this imitation, underneath is the normal bitumen, and on top they put the aluminium film that is playing the role of the silver paint that we apply. But this one is more like a DIY quick fix product that you get in builders or all the other hardwares like cover builders. So this product is not so ideal on this metal roof. Remember, this bitumen, it's a byproduct of distilled crude oil, And just like all petrochemical products, they're not so good when it comes to surfaces that generates a lot of heat. They do evaporate, you know, and when the resins evaporate, it causes this thing to be brittle and it can allow water to pass through. So this is what you can see here. This is what you can see here. Water is actually passing through. There is water that is going in. Okay, so this is another challenge. The membrane that was put in, you can see it's still white and the water can pass through. All these big gaps that you can see at these points, these big gaps, it's those are threats to the ceiling because water can pass through. You can see all over there. Like what I showed you that side, we still have problems of nails that will be lifting up. Just like what I was showing you, we have those problems. And on top of the parapets, you can see it's cracking. This is because it's not rubberized. It's supposed to be rubberized on top here because water passes through the cavity going inside. Okay, and besides that, we have on top of this is us, by the way, we have on top of this chimney where it's also prone to cracks. You see all these cracks happening is because they didn't rubberize on top here. You need to seal on top here so that water doesn't pass through. Okay, just wanted to show you just a few things. Or even here by the chimney, you can see what's happening here. You can see here, you can actually see here. You see, here's the water that is there. Here's the water. So all of these things, they need to be addressed, frankly speaking. To show you, this is us here. We are here. We addressing this. It's part of Farina King. We drove 100k to come this side just to do an inspection. And probably if the client is happy, then we can fix it for them. But this is basically the biggest problem that we get in roofs like this. That they begin to have severe leaks, and these things can't be fixed in the long run. Okay, you know.